after the storm, I spent a lot of time out here. I had the pleasure to spend time with Phil Goldfair, with Donovan Richards, trying to help people, and we saw the massive disruption in people's lives. And what we asked of government was help people through this crisis. Help them just try and get back to where they were, and where they were wasn't always so good for a lot of people, but at least help them get back on their feet. And then we remember with great fanfare, the MTA said they would bring in all sorts of additional service to help out. And one part of that was going to be the shuttle service that people needed because the train was shut down. And so we thought, okay, that's progress, and we made perhaps the naive assumption that that support would continue as long as it was needed. Then just to hear in the last few days that this shuttle service will be cut back radically. Well, that's bad enough to begin with. But guess what else happened the last few days? MTA announced it was expanding service somewhere else. Not just anywhere else, but their new, improved, sleek, effective, efficient, fast service to the Hamptons. The Cannonball Express, they call it. The latest, greatest, fastest way to get to the Hamptons. New, expanded service. Now, I don't begrudge anyone who wants to go to the Hamptons. I'm glad they'll have another option. But how can you start new service for folks who are obviously doing quite well when you're taking away service for those who need it most here in the Rockaways? It makes no sense. We have to stop the MTA now. We're going to be out here giving out leaflets. We're going to be working together, all of us, elected officials, CWU, community leaders. We want everyone who shares our concern to go to saveourshuttle.com. saveourshuttle.com and help us organize and help us make our voices heard. People who have suffered long enough don't need to be set back once again by losing this shuttle service.
We're going to stand with the community where our members live, right here in the Rockaways, and their families, to make sure the MTA does not administer these cuts. It really is a shock that they have the Cannonball Express to the Hamptons, but for the people in the Rockaway, they're getting service cuts. Now, just because you live by the beach doesn't mean you don't need transit. They need transit to get to work each and every morning. And I ask anyone, if you don't think that's true, come over here one morning or one evening, and you can watch a train that has 1,000 people on it cram into 2 few city buses. And my members also face danger, because what happens is people are frustrated, they're angry. And when they're frustrated and angry, and they don't like the transit authority, they think my member, the operator, is the one that started the cuts. And that, of course, is the furthest thing from the truth. So we're going to do what we have to do. We're going to help Bill and the other elected officials, and we're going to push hard. And until that train is up 100%, we don't expect anything less but service that's going to be consistent, fair, and as available as possible.